Hello and welcome to Summer Sparkling Good Time. Sorry I'm a little bit late on the safe or not safe game, but I have a visitor. Say hi. It's the
Hello.
bestie. That's my best friend Ashley. She flew in last night from Washington, and time got away from us because we had really good food and ice cream, and it was a good time. and I only get to see her a couple times a year, and I love her so much. So let's just get right into it because y'all know I don't even we got we got to discuss what is happening. So if you're unfamiliar with the safe or not safe game, so what it is typically on Friday nights, but today's Saturday morning. I go over what dropped at Jaded Gem Shop, and we just discuss them quickly. And I just pop a picture up here. Let me make sure I'm at the right spot. I'll pop a picture up here of what it is. I'll tell you the starting price and the artist, and we'll go on. We don't go into the safe not safe portion of that because they don't have the FOMO marketing. It's print on demand. So if you want it at Jade, so long as she hasn't discontinued the art, you can go order it at any time. Then we switch over to what dropped at Diamond Art Club on Saturday. So today's Saturday, October 18th. Now there, we do have our FOMO marketing. Once it's sold out, it's sold out. Sometimes they even do a sturdy and they sell it out and discontinue it in the same day. So we talk about if we're safe, not safe. If we're saying we're safe, that means Diamond Art Club is not getting our money this week on that for that one. We don't need it that bad. If we say we're not safe, that means they're taking our money. And then we have wish list, unsure, maybe, meaning we're on the fence about it, or maybe we're on a no buy right now, so we're going to put it on the wish list so we can get it a little bit later, if possible. All right. So that's the way it works. If you're wanting to play along, you hop over to the Summer Sparkling Good Time Facebook group, and normally Wednesday through Friday, it's April and Gabby are putting up polls. You just choose if you're safe, not safe, or wish list unsure, maybe. And then if you want to leave a comment, which we read, you can put them. I do reserve the right not to read every comment. If you get crazy, I'm not going to read it, y'all. I have to draw the line somewhere. There are quite a few kids who have decided they like to watch Summer Sparkling Good Time with their mama or their daddy, and I am not contributing to the delinquency of minors, y'all. Just saying. But we do get a little. It's normally pretty sarcastic and funny. I'll just give you that. So let's go over what Jaded Gem Shop dropped this week. First up, we have The Collector, which is Ariel fan art. If you haven't noticed, that's by Jamushka, and it's starting at $64.99. Then we have Ray Fire, also by Jamushka, starting at $69.99. I don't know what that's supposed to be fan art of, but that's Ariel. I can tell you that one's Ariel.
That is so cute.
I know she loves Ariel. Moving on, we have Mushroom Glow, also by Jamushka, starting at $84.99. Then we have Pirate Fairy, Jamushka, starting at $99.99. I might be in love with that. And then we have the Sailor Moon, or it's called Sailor Girls, but it's Sailor Moon fan art by Jamushka, starting at $74.99. Oh, then we have Lemon Lime, Jamushka, starting at $74.99. Ooh, I don't know about y'all, but I'm pretty excited that Jamushka is now at Jaded Gem Shop. And then we have Peony Flower by Cherryuki, starting at $69.99. Ooh, this is cute. Sunset Cave by Ariel West, starting at $69.99. Holy Evil by Meggle, starting at $69.99. Hard pass for the scaredy cat. Y'all know better. Ooh. Then we have Elegant Lady by Emile Vernon, which is part of the Old Masters collection, starting at $79.99. And whenever you see the Old Masters collection, that means that it would qualify for the Summers with the Masters event that Katie hosts each year. Diamonds and Washi. I forgot her name for a second. Okay, then we have 2 new Pixel Charted kits. If you're unaware of what Pixel Charted is what Jade calls her hand charted. So this means it's not, normally her other kits are what she calls hybrid charted, which means it's sent through a computer program first, and then a human goes back and does touch-ups. So on the hybrid, you're going to have more confetti than you do in the hand charted. So, or the Pixel Charted, sorry, I'm going to use her terminology. So first up, we have Cozy Spell Library, Pixel Charted by Flossie Fox Shop, starting at $49.99. Super cute. And then we have Comet Moth, Pixel Charted by Peregrini Jasmine, starting at $99.99. So that's what dropped at Jaded Gem Shop. Now let's go on over here to I don't know where I'm at. How do I get to my groups on this? There it is. I found it. Y'all, I'm still learning the new iPad. We're lucky I can even do anything. Let's get real. Technology is not my forte. It's not. Ashley is part of the thing she's going to be doing while she's here this week and is teaching me how to use things because I don't know how. But I admit my faults and ask for help, so I think I should get a cookie. All right. So first up at Diamond Art Club that released this morning, Saturday, October 18th, is Siamese Night by Asia Trier. Trier? It's Sagittarius Gallery, available in 22 by 22 inch or 55.8 by 55.8 centimeter. Square drills with 65 colors, including 5 ABs and 2 fairy dust. There were 93 votes. Why is it hate me? One person marked themselves not safe. That would be Peggy O'Neill. Then we had 3 people said wish list or unsure. And that would be, 89 said safe. Okay, the comments. Trudy says, I hope all the new releases are like this one because I will be safe and stick to my no buy / low buy. Jen D says safe. That much confetti is my diamond painting nightmare. And she gives me Danny DeVito doing this. Amy B says, anyone else, when you see a Siamese cat, hear them singing, we are Siamese, if you please. And then she give me the little gif. Dara says, well, I guess they're starting on the good foot. To diamond paint Starry Night is like walking through a lava pit with pantyhose on and no shoes. I'm going to let that marinate and stay safe. Walking through a lava pit and pantyhose and no shoes? Really, Dara? And Amanda M., who is Dara's friend in real life, says, I've completed Black Cat Night and let me say, never again. Dara came back with, I know that's right. I shed a couple of tears in my Pepsi Zero for you, girl. And then she gives me Steve Harvey crying into his drink. DeGlow says, this looks familiar. Audrey says, okay, I like cats, but nope, not for me. Carrie says, wow, a cat. How unusual. Not. And then I get a little shaken head dog. Stacy says, I love this series, but don't need this particular one. Debbie M says, absolutely not. Debbie W says, big nope. Jade says, not another Starry Night, pass. Sherry M says, after last week, my bank account says I'm totally safe. Better luck next week, Diamond Art Club. And Sharon S says, tired of all the Starry Night artwork with different subjects on the same background. Just boring. Preach, y'all, preach. I hear you. Okay, so that was preview number 1. Let's move on to preview number 2 and see if we have more interest in this one. Preview number 2, Ocean Breeze by the art of Erica Wiseman, or also known as Erica the Goober, available in a 17 by 21 inch or 42.7 by 52.8 centimeter. Round drills with 50 colors, including 2 ABs, 1 iridescent, and 5 fairy dust. Isn't she cute? This is the one and only I was tempted this week, but I said no. But I marked myself not safe, y'all. I did mark myself not safe. There were 6 people who said we were not safe. It was DeGlow, Tanya, Jackie L, Cheryl W, and myself. But I did not, and Alex. But I did not buy. I haven't had time to buy. I'm waiting. And then 15 people said wish list or unsure. And 73 said safe. Let's see what y'all had to say, because that's where it gets crazy. DeGlow says, she's so pretty. Not a must-have, but a want. Now, how can I sneak her into the house? Your husband's got to go back to work. Okay, Ashley doesn't know this. So DeGlow's husband had surgery on his knee, I believe. And so he's convalescing at home. And poor DeGlow, her shopping is being affected because she can't sneak the stuff in.
I feel that with Josh being at home all the time now.
It is not a good time.
Secret Amazon shop anymore.
No secret Amazon shopping, yeah. Oh. Amy B just says, just no. Amy B likes the darker stuff. Jackie L says, small size canvas and Erica the Goober, one of my must-have artists, and I have a penguin slapping down a credit card. Tanya says, so pretty. I think I'm going to be bad and get her, redeeming some points. Trudy says, I'm going to wish list. It's not terrible. Dara says, cute, but let me save my points. Natalia says, she is cute, but I don't keep my no buy and I'm so happy. Oh, but I do keep my no buy and I'm so happy about it. You go, Natalia. Whoop, whoop, you keep your no buy. Okay. Carrie says, it's cute, but no thank you. Dara says, absolutely not. She's absolutely beautiful, but at this point and so close to Black Friday, I'm being extra discerning. Debbie W says, cute, but no. Jade says, cute, but nah. Audrey says, no thanks. And Sharon says, no. All right. I'm moving on to preview number 3. It's a Beautiful Day by Jennifer Lambian Designs. Available in 22 by 28 inch or 55.6 by 70.7 centimeters. Round drills with 73 colors, including 2 ABs, 1 electro diamond, 1 iridescent, and 1 special diamond, and 4 fairy dust colors. That's a lot. Okay. 87 votes. Of those 87 votes, Marilyn B is the only person who marked themselves not safe. 4 people said they were wish list or unsure, and a whopping 82 of us said safe. DeGlow is saying, how many butterflies can one person have? Colleen says, beautiful artwork, but I am safe. Keep them coming. I need a few weeks of 0 must have. And Robin C says, a lot. And then she starts showing me all of her pretty butterfly paintings. Robin, you might have a problem. Trudy says, no, it's a never-ending collection of butterflies. Just no. And Robin C says, but I love my butterflies. And Trudy goes, they are pretty and these things are inspirational, but if they had skulls on them, I would definitely say yes. And Robin says, no skulls on butterflies for me. Trudy is one of our scream queens. Halloween is her favorite time. Her and Tina like to be the spooky spooks. The spooky spooks. And me and Dara are the anti-spooky spook. Wendy Mack says, how many more of these will come out? They all look the same. Preach. Amy B says, keep it up. The no-buy spirits are smiling on me, and now we have a dog dressed as a ghost. Dara says, it's a beautiful day for me to save more money towards Black Friday and meditate on that. Safe. Gabby gives me, not Shaggy, Scooby going, no. Tanya says, I already have 2 butterflies like this. Safe. Tina C says, watch me flutter away. Sharon says, nope, nope, and nope. And Marilyn B says, well, since no other one even piques my interest and I have an anniversary coupon to use, it might have to be this one. Okay, I feel you. You got to use your anniversary coupon. Coupon? You know how we feel about them coupons. Moving on to preview number 4. Preview number 4 is Ethereal Queen by Rosie Scribbles. Available in 27.6 by 34.7 inch or a 69.9 by 87.9 centimeter. Square drills with 81 colors, including 3 ABs and 6 fairy dust. There were 99 votes. Of those 99 votes, 5 people said they were not safe. That'd be Heather R., China, Samantha D., Stacy H., and JJP. 16 people said they were unsafe. No, I'm sorry, unsure or wish listing. Let me try that in English. And then 78 said safe. So that one might have sold out. I haven't even looked yet. Okay, to the comments. Dar says, what in the tipsy Satan is going on? Safe. Heather R says, tipsy Satan, making me love it more over here. Trudy says, love, 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 but we'll have to wish list. I'm supposed to be on a no buy. And then she gives me, I like it, I love it, I want some more of it. Okay. And then Shanta told Trudy to stay strong, girl. And Trudy says, I'm trying, but it's so hard sometimes. I'm just going to hope and pray this is as good as it gets. It was. Dara says, fight it. You don't want her? Creep around your house at night? Wait, I forgot who I was talking to. Never mind. Let me pivot. Save your money for Black Friday. We all know that she likes to creep. Wendy Mack says, I can't do the horns. Robin C says, I do not need to paint a girl in lingerie. China says, I need her. Definitely not safe. Heather R says, so beautiful. I love the horns and whole Queen succubus vibe. I actually got some horns very similar to these at the last Ren Fair I was at. Cool. Stacy says, ugh, Diamond Art Club, what are you doing to me? This was supposed to be a no-buy week. Yeah, you got with that one. Stacy, I saw that a mile away. I said, hard pass. And Dara said, And then Tanya says, I like everything but her horns. JJ says, I've been waiting on this image since it was in voting over 2 years ago. Must have. Mary Beth says, interesting, but I don't need her. Also, why is she pooping out a rose? Guess she had too much rosé. That was a very loud giggle. Amy, Robin C says, I did see the horns. All I saw was portrait and lingerie. Amy B says, she looks like she is pooping a rose. Hope it is dethorned. I have to pass on it. And then she's got smelling of roses and a toilet. Noriana says, definitely one of my favorite Rosie scribbles, but I think I'll probably have to wish list her this week. Debbie says, ugh. WW says, ugh. Jade says, let's just skip the Halloween. It's all creepy. I'm ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Tina C says, I'm on the fence on this one. My brain is screaming, bling, bling, bling. Diglo says, it's a very hard pass. A she-devil in lingerie. What will they think of next? I don't want to know. Audrey says, yeah, not my style. Cheryl W says, no. Is she wearing a panda hat with horns? Y'all. Dara says, Shara, maybe she's a panda killer too. Oh, nah. And then she gives me the Red Queen from the Johnny Depp version of... And Jindy says, absolutely not. And she nopes right on out of there. And Sharon says, absolutely safe. Y'all are killing me today. Okay, moving on to number 5, Sunlight by Olena Art. Available in a 35.4 by 23.6 inch or an 89.9 by 60 centimeter. Square drills with 92 colors, including 4 ABs and 4 fairy dust. There were 89 votes. One person, one of you, said not safe, and that would be Cheryl W. 3 people said they were wish list or unsure. Oh, look at Rita sneaking in there on that wish list unsure. Ooh, I see that. And then 85 of us said we were safe. To the comments, and y'all were talking about this one. Paula says, love this, but not sure I want to paint it though. Trudy gives me Tim from Project One Way saying, nope, nope, nope. And I said, immediately no. Robin C says, pretty. Give me that high color count any day. Tanya says, that's a lot of confetti. Yikes. Robin C says, I love confetti. Mary Beth says, confetti is a hard pass. Gabrielle gives me Fluffy saying, I don't wanna. Dara says, not only is that outside, it's wrinkled outside. Double safe. Rita says, love the colors, but not sure about all that confetti. And then Robin says, but Rita, you're doing Wild Africa, which is confetti. And Dara says, exactly. Rita's in the thick of it. She's not trying to go from colorful Africa to colorful wrinkles. She needs a palate cleanser. Oh, Lord. Then they go off on that. I don't even know. The squad girls can get crazy, y'all. I'm sorry. Jessie D says, I can't go for that. No can do. Amy B says, all that confetti gives me anxiety. It's a definite no. Debbie W gives me Nicolas Cage saying, no. Robin C has, I don't know who that is, saying, come to mama. I broke it. Hold on, guys. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. You know how I am with technology. Jade says, looks blurry and dizzy. No thanks. Tina C says, we are doomed. The sun has gone supernova. Audrey says, it's pretty, but looks like a headache to me. DeGlow says, this is blinding. I wouldn't be able to finish this one without sunglasses. Pretty, though. Cheryl W says, yes, confetti and high color count. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Jen D says, mm-mm. Mm-mm. Sherry M says, hurts my eyes. Sharon says, confetti hell. Nope, I'm so safe. Madison says, what am I looking at? Say, what? All right. Okay, moving on to number 6. All right, number 6 is Everyday Witches Familiars, The Sea Turtle by Elizabeth Alba illustration and available in a 22 by 32 inch or a 55.8 by 80.9 centimeter. Square drills with 61 colors, including 2 ABs and 2 fairy dust. There were 86 votes. The one person who said not safe would be Katie, and I know Katie wasn't going to be safe because Katie is a completionist and has decided to collect this series, and we talked about it before. The last time one of these came out, and I remember because Katie is traveling pants girl, not traveling pants. I looked at you and the traveling canvas came because we were talking about the traveling pants.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. Okay, 5 people said wish list or unsure, and 80 of you said safe. What did we say up in the comments? Trudy says absolutely not. It looks creepy and scaly, and no. And she gives me I love Lucy going. And then Karen T says, who chooses these images? And Trudy said, I would like to know that too. And Katie said, 'twas me this time. I want this entire set. Told you guys. I knew it. Robin C says, where's the witch? He is adorable. Debbie M says, I prefer to diamond paint fairies. Just saying. Daria gives me that little kid doing the face. Y'all know the one I'm talking about, where she's a blonde-headed kid with the eyes. And then she says, that's one of April's fans. I'm going to let her handle it safe. And April says, I love sea turtles. Of course I do. Haha. But I don't need this one. I already have one. You'll see soon. Y'all. Jessie D says, it's going to be a no for me. Amy B says, I have swam with them and had my hair chewed on it by them. I do not feel the need to paint them. I feel like the experience would be better than the diamond painting experience, Amy. I'm with you 100%. Right there. We're here. Tanya gives me the yellow M&M and it's not happy. And it's gone, no. Carrie said, I enjoy diamond painting. It makes me happy. But depressed turtles isn't my jam. Depressed turtles. I'm dying. Katie's like, yes, another to add to the set. I'm so happy for you, Katie. Debbie W says, not me. Tina C says, he's just so sad. DeGlow says, he looks lost. I don't want to paint him, though. Alice B, I do not get the link between a sea turtle and a witch. I'm baffled. And then Katie came back with, I guess, the lore here. I think that's what Trinity calls it when we have the information, the lore. Katie says, Elizabeth Alba has an oracle card deck titled Everyday Witch is Familiar. This will give a little more context for it. I don't use them. I'm just here for the artwork. Okay, so she has an oracle deck that has all of these creatures on it, and they are now turning them into diamond paintings. If you didn't know that, that's where that's from. Okay. Thank you for the information, Katie. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. All right. Alice says, this one may be destined for a future mystery box, a didn't sell kit, judging by the comments. Oh, snap. And then Alice says, do witches swim with sea turtles? Jen D says, oh, I love sea turtles. Adding to wish list for sure. Sharon says, safe. Yeah, I was unimpressed. He looks too sad for me. And I'm not really into that much nature. Y'all know that. Okay. I'm more into nature than, say, Dara over there. I broke my thing. It won't open. Why it won't open?
Oh, how cute. It's pink. Let me see.
Hold on. I just want to see the comment. I need to be able to read it. This is not just me this time, y'all. Coffee. Intermission.
That's interesting.
Do I need to go out and go back in?
Yeah, I think so. It'll let you read the comments, but it won't let you read the post. If you click the comments.
I'm on number 7. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go out of here. Go back into there where I have it. No, bad button. I have fat fingers, y'all. Leave me alone. Okay. Number 7. I'm in. French Bulldog Stained Glass by Peggy Collins Gallery. Available in a 22 by 33 inch or a 55.8 by 83.6 centimeter. Square drills with 93 colors, including 3 ABs, 2 iridescent, and 3 fairy dust. And I don't know anyone else, but I am so over the stained glass. There were 0 votes for not safe. 0. I'll tell you who wishlisted or unsure. We have Nicole M., Sharon S., Wendy Mack, Carrie, and Robin C. The rest of you, which was a whopping 69, said safe. There weren't even that many comments about it. Trudy says, all the stained glass and animals, nope. And she gives me Alice saying, not again. Dara comes in with facts. At the rate that she has given us these pet remixes, she's got to be a DJ in her spare time. Dara says, "Oh, great. A canonized dog. Safe. Not my ministry. Thank you, God. That's an image of me and DAC. I hope it stays this way." You keeping your money from DAC this week, huh? Mary Beth says, "If it was a corgi, I would say yes, but I can pass." DeGlow says, "He's such a pug, but absolutely not going to be buying. Oh, he's a Frenchie. How? Now I know I don't need him. I don't know my breeds." DeGlow, I love you. Robin says, "I want him, but I have to wait." Paula says, okay, no. Tina C says, "No barking way." Amy B says, "Not a dog fan. Bring on the carnivores, and I have a big old black panther going to eat me." Sharon said, "It's really cute, but I'll wish this for now and probably won't ever get it." Jade says, "Good. No buy for me." Y'all are cracking me up. Number 8, Eternal Spring by Christina Yen, the 6-leaf cover. Available in 27.6 by 35.4 inch or 69.9 by 89.9 centimeter. Squared reels with 95 colors, including 3 ABs and 3 fairy dust. There were 76 votes. 5 of you said not safe. I'm shocked. That is Nicole M, Heather R, Ashley with 2 E's. Hello, my girl. Samantha D, and Katie. Katie, you've been shopping today. It did not miss you this week at all. Then we had 6 for wish list or unsure, and 65 said safe. To the comments. Wendy Max said, "Aw, hell no," and nope's right on out of there. Trudy said, "What in the swamp monster hell is that thing? That's a huge hell no." And she kissed me, South Park. Dara says, "Trudy, shocked and Haitian. Now that's a plot twist." Dara says, "That thing is ugly and it looks like moss that got out of control. No, thank you." And Dara comes back with, "No lies were told." Katie says, "This was one of my oldest ones saved from voting. Heck yes, they're coming for me this week." That's why I just said they're coming for you hard this week, Katie. April says, "Thank you. I was starting to think I was the only one who thought this was really cool." Yeah, April was into it, and me and Gabby were all like, "What?" DeGlow says, "Oh no, only thing I like on this painting is the little bird, and he's not enough to purchase this ugly creature from the abyss." Tina C says, "How in the world do they make 95 shades of green?" I have Garwin. It's possible. And I'm pretty sure that Ashley with 2 E's did Garwin. And Ashley with 2 E's is in love with the color green. It's her favorite color. So she is all for this. Bam. Enough said. And it's dragon. And she could be the mother of dragons. Okay. Shanta says, "What is it?" It's a dragon. Dara says, "One of the reasons you won't catch me outside." There was laughter. Robin C, "I'm not painting the green blob." Amy B says, "Oh my, what in the hell is that thing? I don't need a green blob hanging out in my house." And then she gives me Samantha from Sex and the City doing the sunglasses. Like, what? And Dara says, "Outside's turning into a dragon. New nightmare unleash." And then she gives me the gingerbread man where his scared it right out of me. You know the scene if you know the scene. Sharon says, "Another hard no." Jade says, "What in the world is that?" "No thanks." And I get Scooby saying no. And Audrey T says, "I like it, but all that green." They get real opinionated, and it makes me giggle real hard. Moving on to preview number 9, Lyra's Farewell by Moonbound Studio, available in 27.6 by 46.1 inch or 69.9 by 116.7 centimeters. Square with 55 colors, including 2 ABs, 1 frosted, and 2 fairy dust. 46.1 inches. That is almost 4 feet. 4 feet. Did y'all realize that? 4 feet. 48 inches at 4 feet. This is 46. It's almost as tall as Trudy. Or wide as Trudy. Her's our little shorty. We love her though. Okay. Is anyone not safe? Yeah, we have 2 not safe. Heather R. and Margaret. We have 7 people, including Trudy, saying wish list or and 67 saying safe. To the comments. Christy KT says, "What in the world? Ghost cats I can handle, but ghost cats with their bones showing, no thank you." Wendy Mack, what in the what is on her head? Hard pass. Tina C says too much land, not enough boo. Dara says those dead beasts and deader woman again. You know what? Thank you, low by ancestors. And then she gave me face. Robin says, don't forget the creepy guys on the bridge. And then Dara says, I didn't even see those demons. Hell not to the second power. And then I got a fainting emoji. Dina just gives me 3 very shocked cats. Amy B says she looks like she has a python wrapped around her neck. And then I have a snake gift that I could have lived without that one. Sharon says, oh, hell no. Judy says, I'm wish listing because of my no buy. Probably the only kind of landscape I might do. Katie says, I think this one is so pretty, but just a wish list for now since there were 2 must-haves already this week. And Tiglo says, no. Robin C says, hell no. Jade gives me a screaming girl in a movie. I don't know, but she's very frightened. Marin says, dang, that's a big one. And China says, hard pass, no. And our final preview for Saturday, October 18th, Diamond Art Club is Dream Portal by Becca Lennon Ray. Becca Tyndall, y'all. That's Becca Tyndall. I don't know why we're changing names all of a sudden. It's a 25.6 by 33 inch or a 65 by 83.9 centimeters. Square drills with 92 colors, including 3 ABs and 6 fairy dust. Let's see. 2 people said not safe. That'd be Jennifer M. and Robin C. 4 people said wish list or unsure. And a whopping 57 of you said safe. Only a few comments, so let's run through those real quick. Douglas says, where's my sunglasses? Yeah, she got like Lisa Frank energy, let me tell you. Trudy says, yeah, that just makes me think of those black light posters at Spencer's, and I just can't. I don't need any flashbacks from those days. Trudy, shh, you're telling us. Dara says, what did I just look at? Nothing, I'm fine. Look at God. Dara has saved her coins this week, and she's doing a dance. Dina says, I wonder what she's smoking. But seriously, happy I'm safe Saturday because that Halloween drop did me in. MB says, the fairy must be smoking some really good hallucinogens. China says, this makes my head spin. Imagine if you smoked looking at this would trip someone out. Paul says, this is wow. Love the colors. And you can tell what some of us were up to in the 90s is all I'm going to say. Okay. So which ones do they think are going to sell out or possibly sell out? I haven't even looked because I wanted to do this the way I could. Of the votes, people said nothing was going to sell out. 43% said nothing. After that, they thought Ethereal Queen by Rosie Scribbles. If I had to think anything was going to sell out, it'd be the Rosie Scribbles. Followed by, they said Ocean Breeze by Erica Wiseman or Erica the Goober. And yeah, that nothing else even got any votes. So that's what everyone thought. I am going to go ahead and get off this video so I can throw the pictures up here so you can see what I've been talking about this whole time. And then have fun with my bestie. So there will be videos next week, but I'm not sure if there'll be anything happening this weekend, just FYI. All right. So if y'all would be so kind as to boop my snoot, I'd greatly appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, boop and snoot just means hit that like button. Quick, free, easy way for you to support the channel. I think you're awesome when you do so. Also, feel free to share this video with anyone you want. If you think they'll enjoy it or, like to see the previews and approach it in a different way is what we were trying to do. A little bit lighthearted and fun. Other than that, leave me a comment and tell me, did you get got? Did they miss you? Did you save your money? Did you stick to your no-buy? Tell me what's happening in your neck of the woods this week. Other than that, if you haven't done so, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. And also, if I don't know if y'all noticed, but we've hit 1,500 subscribers. So let's comment the word Ashley. Ashley because she's sitting in front of me. Ashley to enter to win the 1,500 subscriber giveaway. I'll put the word up here, Ashley. Enter to win. I haven't figured out what I'm going to give you, but most likely it'll be a Diamond Art Club card, gift card.
Do I get to decide what they get since you're using my name?
Are you going to buy it?
Sure.
Okay. There's going to be 2 winners for the 1,500 subscriber. So If you want to enter Ashley, ASHLEY, in a comment below. We'll do the comment picker. You have a week. I'll announce it on next week's Safe or Not Safe, and I'll have your prizes ready by then. Ashley just decided to throw in a bonus prize. So awesome, awesome, awesome. So that's what I have for you today. Love y'all. Until next time. Bye bye.